Welcome to Serving Aces. I'm Alexandra Stevenson, and I'm here with my co-host, Hugues Laverdiere, or as I like to call him, Ougi. Welcome, Ougi.
What's up?
Well, we are back, and we are a little bit late because I was a little delayed from my Sunday travels.
Oh yeah.
But even better because the draws came out last night or this morning.
Yep.
So it's perfect timing for Indian Wells to get started. And matches will be starting, first rounds will be starting tomorrow.
That's it.
So, but
Nice.
first we gotta talk about your sweatshirt.
Thanks.
Okay.
It's the
So,
closest
give
thing
me
I
the
have
rundown.
from Indian Wells is this.
The Knights of who?
The Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights. It's the hockey team over there. And
Okay.
they won the Stanley Cup 3 years ago. So
All right,
they had the Year of the
cool.
Dragon.
I
got
love
that
it.
the best place of sports stuff in Vegas. It's called Culture Kings. It's
Very
so cool.
cool. You
A lot
love
of
that
basketball.
store.
Oh, it's 2 stories high. They have 15,000
Okay, but
hats
you
in
do
there.
know Las Vegas is in Nevada and Indian Wells is in California.
I know, but it's the closest thing I have from
Okay,
Indian.
from the
Close.
desert area.
Exactly.
All right, I
Exactly.
love it. Well, we're not wearing our American and Canadian support, so
Yeah.
you're going
That's
neutral now.
that page has been turned. Trust me.
Yes.
So there we
Yes.
go.
Okay, well, I got my Aviator Nation, which is via Malibu, California.
No, I love
Not
it.
Palm Desert, but it's close enough, right?
That's it. It's in
I mean, I'm
California.
back in my regular hoodie.
You got back from California like not too long ago.
Yeah. Okay. So first things first. Basically, there's a war in the Middle East again,
Oof.
and it happened during the Dubai tournaments. Doha for the women wrapped up. They all got out. The WTA all got out of Doha.
Okay.
Unfortunately, 40 people from the ATP and coaches and players are stuck in Dubai right now, including Medvedev, the champion of Dubai, Griekspoor, who pulled out because of injury, and Andre Rublev, who lost in the semis. Pretty sure he lost in the semis. I guess he wanted like a couple days to chill before going to Indian Wells, but he's probably rethinking that decision now.
For sure. He's good friends with Medvedev, so maybe they just chill a couple
Yeah.
days over there.
Yeah, look, they suspended commercial air traffic. They're all trying to get to Indian Wells, which starts March 4th. The good news for them is, I don't know about Griekspoor and his injury, but for Medvedev and Rublev, they're seeded, so they do have wiggle room where they won't play until Friday, Saturday. Potentially the tournament could push till Sunday. But I don't know, Ougi. This is a pretty big I mean, it's pretty much a war right now, all of the Middle East. Every
I know.
American is being called out of it, every Canadian.
Mm.
Holger Rune was doing his rehab in Doha. He's stuck there because he tore his Achilles and he's doing much better, but that's where he went to recover. So him and his mom are stuck there. So it's a tough one, and it shows how dangerous it is to travel as a tennis player at times.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But they cannot like leave like east. They can't go like through Australia or somewhere. No.
No, so
Around.
literally, if you're in the Middle East right now, look, Riyadh, where the championships are, is getting bombed right now. So all their airspace
Wow.
is shut down.
Jeez, that's like
So
not
it's-
great.
No, it's not good. Look, politics and sports. People like to say they don't go hand in hand, but when you're a professional athlete traveling the world, you are very aware of politics, whether you're left or right or middle or whatever. You're very aware of your circumstances because you're going into these countries and you don't know when anything could happen.
That's exactly it.
That's a tough one. Like Medvedev and Rublev didn't think they'd be stuck there.
I mean, before the tournament started, I mean, I have no idea what's going on in there, and suddenly, whoops! During the tournament, there's some exchange of bombs going on between Iran, and that's like it's a tough cookie.
One.
Yeah.
All right, so Ougi, I have the ATP statement on the player safety in Dubai. I'll just say they're saying they're closely monitoring the evolving situation in the Middle East. They're in regular contact with their players, support teams, and relevant local authorities. They're in direct contact with those affected. They'll assess developments and provide updates that are appropriate. Look, they have to say that because everybody's stuck there. I mean, it's a tough thing. I think this, besides the Israeli tournament, which got canceled, maybe there's a handful of years ago, the players didn't end up going there. Nobody got stuck when they had a conflict. I think this is the first time where players have actually gotten stuck in a huge conflict.
You're right. That's the first time I heard that too. So, hey, it's collateral damage. There you go. It's safety first. Nobody likes it, but that's just the way it is. So just hope they're safe.
Hopefully they stay safe. And we'll keep our eyes on that, because if they don't make it to Indian Wells, obviously Medvedev and Rublev's section changes a bit. So on that note, let's talk about the draws. Let's go into the men's first, because we're talking about Medvedev and Rublev might not make it. So what do you see in the draw that has come out, Ougi? I'm going to pull up the men's draw. What are you looking at to see, like, early rounds that people should pay attention to or that you have your eye on?
Well, I've got a couple of rounds that I've got my eyes on, which is Berrettini against Manarino. I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. Of course, anybody who's playing Manarino is an interesting matchup.
And that's a good first round. And isn't this his last season?
Yeah, exactly. To play it again.
We think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's his last season.
Could be.
I know it's Wawrinka and Monfils last season. And Wawrinka did not get a wild card into Indian Wells. So that was a little disappointing. Would have been nice to see him, but maybe we'll see him in Miami.
Hey, that is a big surprise, because they put up today the 5 or 6 names that got some wild cards, and you've got a couple guys there that it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It would have been better to give, Medvedev a wild card. So
you mean Wawrinka?
Wawrinka, yeah. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're talking about Medvedev.
Stand a man. So yeah, it's sad for him, but he's gonna get some other chances, of course.
That's the way of the tournament.
So I've got Berrettini
and Manarino.
And the other one I've noticed is Tsitsipas against Shapovalov.
Ooh, that's
a big one.
That is a big one. I'm going to give the edge to Shapovalov.
I think so. Yeah, me too. I think Chapo is going to come on top a little bit if he can contain his emotions, because last week against Carino Busta, exit in 2 straight sets, like not a really good performance from him. So, but he's got that's style of play that he doesn't like. Carino Busta just giving every ball back the same pace.
I was just going to say,
Chapo's
it's annoying.
Yeah, Chapo is losing his mind suddenly, hitting winner, but 4 errors in a row. So it's not good.
Look, as an offensive player, which we know Chapo likes to play, I could say it's annoying is not the word you want to use, because you want to be able to be patient and build the point. And just sometimes, Ougi, when you're an aggressive player, it's just really hard to be patient and build the point, as you know.
I know.
Carino
Busta
is like the master at that. His career is to build the point, keep the ball in, and win that extra ball.
There's just so many players like that. I mean, it's crazy. You can think about David Ferrer, Schwartzman. I mean, all these guys just put everything back. Andy Murray even just put everything back. The one more ball, and suddenly you're losing your mind over there. You don't know what to create.
Exactly.
You don't know when to come in. You just everything looks like the same. So yeah, Chapo's gonna have to be patient there, and hopefully he gets out of bed in a good foot. On the good foot.
Look, in a good foot. And look, the service in Indian Wells, we're going to talk a little bit about that. We talked about it last year, but it is sandy. The air is dry. So it can benefit Chapo if he's patient and builds the point, gets that extra shot, and it could really benefit him if he's serving well.
Exactly.
Tsitsipas, it could benefit him too as well if he's in a good mindset. So, if you want to look at mindset for a match, go to that match right there, and
Yeah.
let's see who's mentally more prepared.
Exactly. Hey, it's going to be interesting because both guys are, had a slump year last year. So they're trying to bounce back. So this is the beginning of the year almost. So
Yeah.
interesting to see who's going to get some momentum going on this year.
Okay.
So,
So
what do you,
who else do you have? You want me to give you mine?
yeah, go ahead because I've named a
Okay.
couple. So,
All right.
oh,
I like Opelka Quinn.
ooh,
I think that's going to be a good one because Ethan Quinn's in the top 100 now. He's worked
Mm.
really hard. Riley Opelka has also worked really hard to come back. He's healthy. He's got a big serve, which could benefit in the desert air. But Ethan Quinn has a great all-around game. And I
Yep.
really like that setup to play Ben Shelton in the second round.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's going to be
so,
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be good. My other one that I'm looking at is I wanted to look at Fonseca to see how he's faring.
Yeah.
He's playing a guy named Colin Nunn.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
know.
never heard of him, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Fonseca.
He's from Belgium. He's ranked 77. Okay, top 100. But I'd like to see how Fonseca is with his back and his
Of course.
fitness. And, he's still on my list for the year to make a big splash at some point.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
you're right.
have my eye on him.
Totally right. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him play. And
Yeah.
and even in next 2 weeks in Miami, that's going to be interesting for him.
Yeah.
The Brazilian
All his
fans in
fans.
Miami.
They're
It's
going to
going
go
to be.
crazy.
Remember last year was awesome. So can't wait for that. Then I have an eye as well on Alcaraz Dimitrov in the second round. So
Okay, that could be interesting. Yeah.
that could be interesting. So
Because Grigor's healthy.
yeah,
He could play well at Indian Wells.
Mhm.
I mean, Alcaraz kind of just tore apart his last couple opponents. So he is on a tear.
I
I
know.
have to say that. And Sinner has lost some. So, we let's keep our eye on Sinner as well to see how he goes through this tournament.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't really see anybody. I mean, Tommy Paul's in there. Tommy
Mhm.
Paul looked pretty good in Del Rey. Oh, I also really liked Korda. Korda won Del Rey. He's back in the mix. We talked
Yeah.
about him a week ago. And he has who does he play? I was looking at who he plays. He has an interesting first round, Ougi.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, he would have an interesting second round. Okay, he plays an Argentinian. If he gets past that guy, he'd play Demonor.
Ooh, that's it. So
So I
that's
think that would be a great marker for Korda to see where he's at against the top 5.
it. That's going to be interesting.
Or I should say Demonor is 6 right now.
Yeah, but still very close.
Still top 10, right?
Close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Close top 5.
Yeah,
Especially.
and then we got Joker in there. He could play Pericard in his first round, which is not a great first round for him because Mateshi Pericard can serve.
My biggest serve on tour almost.
He can
Huge.
upset your rhythm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Joker, if you give him rhythm, he's almost unbeatable. But if you break rhythm all the time, then he's not going to get into that groove. So
Yeah.
I like the chances of a guy like Opelka or Pitchy Pericard. That's the type of guy that can really disrupt him. So that's it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think those will be some good first and second rounds to watch. One more Herbie Hurkacz against Kovacevic. Let's see Hurkacz. Hurkacz did pretty well, like Australia, like the pre-warm-up. Let's see how he builds himself back this year.
That's true.
Let's put an eye on him.
Yeah, that's a good point because he fell down a little bit as well. So we got some guys on rebounds there.
Yeah, so interesting. Oh, what? With the biggest guy in the rebound, we can't leave him out. The champion of the tournament last year, 2025, Jack Draper.
Yeah.
So, and Jack Draper came out and said, look, after Indian Wells, when I won it, I trained really hard, probably too hard, and I really hurt my elbow. He got a bone edema in his elbow because he was overtraining to catch up with Alcaraz and Sinner and to keep that high level. So interesting that he said that because for his body, it's so interesting because for juniors and pros, the amount of hours you spend on court and in the gym really have to be scientifically balanced, but
Yeah, for
also
sure.
set to your body.
It has to
Because
be,
Jack Draper had, I'm sure, top people around him,
for
and he
sure.
just went too hard, and he's been out most of the season.
See, it's you have to, periodize your training. So you train hard a little bit, but then go soft a little bit, couple days. You can't train for 5 or 6 hours a day. Come on.
Yeah, I
You have
mean,
to do,
look, in junior tennis, what is really bothering me is all these parents that are around juniors look at Instagram, they look at the pros. It's so close, but not close at all. And then they so what I noticed, Ougi, was that young junior tennis players, all these parents and some coaches put them on for hours and hours and hours, and then they forget that they're young juniors.
jeez.
And it can happen again in the pros. Look at Jack Draper, and I'm really glad he spoke out, because you really have to balance the load on your body with recovery and with rest, so that you can go full out, and then you pull back, and then you go full out again, and then you have to balance the tournaments. So I'm happy that Jack Draper is back, and I hope he stays healthy. And he's one to watch this season to see how he fares through the whole year.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's super talented. So you're totally right. He has to, you know, let's go hard for 3 hours one day, and then the next day an hour and a half. To periodize. Like you can't just go 3, 4, 5 hours every day for a full week. I mean, your body's going to take a toll, and
Yeah, it's
like,
a lot.
yeah,
And then you add in the ball issue.
I know. That's
And
it.
even Taylor Fritz is like, look, I'm injured with it. De Minaur's talked about it. I'm sure Jack Draper will say it again. The balls probably were an issue with his arm.
For sure.
And let's see, that is another thing. The balls in Indian Wells for the men, Taylor Fritz was talking about them. So let's see how they do at Indian Wells, and if they get dead fast.
Do we know what type of balls they play with? They play
Yes,
with
I knew you were going to ask me
Wilson.
that.
Oh, really? You knew? Sorry.
No, I
Wilson.
think they're using,
Wilson
I read
Dunlop?
it last week, and I want to say they're using the head tennis balls that
No
everybody
way.
doesn't like. No, sorry. I misspoke. They're using the Dunlop tennis ball,
Okay, that's
which
better.
they used to use pen, and the pen fly through the air better, and they get
Yeah,
thinner,
for
and
sure.
the fuzz comes off the ball quicker with pen. Okay, the Dunlop fuzz up so quickly. I've been hitting at Delray Tennis Center with my player,
Yeah.
and after the tournament, there were balls under the bench. So because we've been talking about the tennis balls, guess what I did?
That's
I
it.
grabbed some of them and I hit with them, and I was like, oh my gosh, they are so fluffy, Ougi.
So heavy.
So heavy, and just kind of like they don't go they're just heavy. So that's gonna be interesting. How's that gonna go in the thin desert air with these balls? Maybe they won't get fluffy as fast because Florida is more humid. But all the players are already expressing concerns, so that's something to watch out for.
It's at least it's not humid, because if you would add humidity in there, that ball would be so tough to play with. Like in Miami next week.
Yeah,
It'd be terrible.
and Taylor Fritz, I watched him in Delray, and you could tell he didn't like the balls.
Oh, for sure.
At all. And they wear out quickly, and as a big hitter, when they get fluffy, you're just like hitting through nothing.
I know. And we have some as well, because some members bought those AO Dunlop balls. It's probably not the same as they're playing right now, but
Yeah.
and you can tell that the number of the felt is just so thick, and when you hit with them, it just goes fluffy all over the place. So it's not precise like the U.S. Open or the Wilson Championship. It stays compact.
Exactly.
So it's not fluffy. So it's much more fun and easier, and it goes through the air much better. But if it gets fluffy, then it doesn't go anywhere. You're right.
It's hard to control.
It is.
It's you can't hit the spins the way you would need to, and
Well,
it's tough.
I
So,
was checking if I had some behind me, but
yeah,
I've
do you
got
have
some.
any?
I've Roland Garros, Wimbledon, the Rolex Shanghai
Okay, you know what I'm
Masters.
gonna do? I'm gonna steal some from Del Rey. One of the coaches there had some in his basket. I'm gonna take like two, and our next podcast, I'm gonna show you the balls
That'd be nice, and you can
and
take
how
them back
fuzzy they are.
the week after
Yeah,
that.
I'll be like, I don't need them.
Because
No, I brought Wilson extra duty, and then I brought out Wilson regular duty this week because my player's going to go play with regular duty, and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we are not hitting with those balls.
Okay,
No
so
way.
hit for 5 minutes with all these balls you're saying, and bring them to the next podcast, and we'll show them because like the
I
Dunlop is gonna
will.
be
Yeah,
fluffy all over the
I'll
place,
show them.
and the Wilson's gonna be more compact, and people
Good
can really
idea.
understand. Yeah,
Good idea, Oogie. Okay, we'll do
it'd
an
be
extra duty, a regular duty Wilson, and then we'll do the Dunlop.
exactly. It's
But
and
I'm Wilson all the way. Just everybody should just play with Wilson balls. They make the
I,
best balls,
the Wilson Championship
hands
balls is
down.
more fun to play with. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And because if it's the Dunlop, the fuzzy one, it's like for golfers, it'd be like hitting a golf ball like when it's really wet. If it's
Mm-hmm.
got water all around it, so it's like you hit it, but it's like ugh, the contact is
Yeah.
weird, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's much less predictable and doesn't go as far. So
Yeah.
it's like that's it.
It'll be interesting. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go into the women. All top 10 women are scheduled to compete. Let's go into the draw. Look, Osaka could run into Sabalenka.
Ooh,
And then we've got Anna Samova
yeah.
in there. We
I guess
have Coco
Mboko
Gauff
third round.
and Mboko. Mboko versus Anna Samova third or fourth round.
Yeah, they're 10 and 4 seed, so
And
round
then
16.
we got Goff and Yela. But Goff could also play Bianca Andreescu, who got a wild card.
That's true.
We love Bianca, fellow Canadian. I'm saying
Yeah.
fellow because I'm an honorary
You're
Canadian.
you're part Canadian. That's it.
Okay, and then Raducanu, who just signed a new contract with Uniqlo, so she's no
Ooh.
longer Nike.
Huh.
So she's in the draw. She does not have a coach. She says she doesn't really need one, right? I mean, she has Mark Petchey helping her again, but she doesn't feel like she needs a full-time coach at this moment. So let's see how she does. Usually when she goes back with Mark Petchey, she does pretty well.
You're right. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so she's now a global ambassador for Uniqlo.
That's cool.
So she joins. Who does she join? Who is Uniqlo now? Not Federer, because he's on.
He's always there. Yeah. Federer is
Yeah,
always.
so Federer used to be Uniqlo, and then he moved on. She's getting paid $3.5 million per year.
So Federer
Not
moved
bad.
on. Federer moved on at On.
Yeah, he moved on to on. On to on.
That was an easy wordplay. Sorry, I had to do it.
Yeah, that was a good one, Oogie. So she's the new global ambassador. She's going to make $3.5 million a year. Good for her, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's great, and let's see how she does with her tennis, and if she can, get her. She had her game back a little bit last year. Let's see if she can get it back and keep it.
Hey,
I would like her to do well.
I found out today because I've got some really good friends there. Felix has a new deal for a car company. Can you guess which one?
Ooh,
Yeah, it's his first deal with a car company. It's
is
a
it German car?
the top electric brand from Sweden,
Oh,
and you probably have never heard of it.
Sweden. It's
And-
not
but-
Volvo.
Volvo, but electric side, so it's a different word.
Oh, that's cool. What's it called?
It's called Polestar.
Polestar. Oh, I've
Yeah.
heard of that in Europe.
The Polestars are
Yes.
like the best electric cars in the world. They're like
I didn't know that was Volvo.
even a bit above Tesla. So they're like super. The interior is amazing. So one of my best friend, Pio, is the head chief of Polestar in Quebec City. So
Oh, that's awesome.
It's super cool.
Congratulations, Felix.
And it was out today as information. So he was so excited today when we played. He told me, hey, guess what? Guess what? I'm like, dude, chill out. What's going on? It's
Chill
like,
out.
we just got the news. Felix signed with Polestar, and he's like, he couldn't believe it. So
I love it.
so cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So he's gonna have Polestar in his shirt in
Okay, so
Indian
we're gonna
Wells.
look for that new
Yeah.
new patch. Okay, so give me some matchups for the women that you are looking forward to seeing at Indian Wells.
I mean, the first one, there's three of them which I wrote, but I didn't see and pass through a couple rounds. So we'll get that to later. But so the first round, it's like Jovic against Stevens probably. So I mean,
that would be second round.
Sloane has to win a match, of course. But
yes, but Sloane's first match, Osario, she could be difficult.
I know she is a tough player and she plays well, and
yeah,
it's all the shots. But I mean, I can't see Sloane lose the first. I mean, come on, she has to.
I mean, we want her to win so she can play Jovic and
exactly
that matchup.
That would be nice. That'll be a veteran against a newbie. That'd be super cool. And I've got Taylor Townsend against Buskova. I think that's going to be interesting.
Because Taylor Townsend just got to the finals of Austin where Peyton Stern won.
Yeah.
Hometown girl from University of Texas. She had Matthew McConaughey watching her. Pretty cool.
The Longhorn #1 fan of all sports.
Yeah, right? So
he's always there.
That's so Taylor cool. Had a great tournament. So that's going to be an interesting match, Hugues.
I think so. I think it's, Taylor's can really go on a tear. So hopefully she goes on some tear here in the US swing. And I've got Paris against Venus.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's gonna be fun.
Okay. Contrast of styles here. Okay, take out that it's Venus, right? But Paris, slice backhand,
small one-hander,
tiny. I mean, not tiny, but she's not a big girl.
She's not like Venus or
kind of French artiste with her tennis.
Exactly.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I feel like, look, the edge. Venus didn't do so well against Ayla Tomljanovic. But Ayla doesn't have variety and a one-hander, but Venus also didn't do well against what's her name? Why am I blanking, Ougi?
I have no idea. Where's she from?
Tatiana Maria with the slice.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a different
Paris is French pattern slice on that court could be very upsetting to Venus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I want to say I want to see her winning that match.
Yeah.
She's going to have to work really hard to win that match. I would be surprised if she gets out of it in 2 sets.
I mean, the Williams sisters have a tendency to not play really well against one-hander slice, not giving you pace, which is normal because they love to they love to bang and hit shots all the time. So if you just don't give rhythm, change pace, that's tough. I mean, when Serena lost at the US Open against that small Italian girl. So there you go, Roberta Vinci. So she didn't look good at all that day. So she was so off, and Vinci didn't give her anything. She just sliced down the line to her forehand a little bit. That's their weaknesses. Venus and Serena's forehand a little bit weak. So we'll see. But can't wait. Have you seen Serena hit some balls on Insta?
I mean, another newsy note, Ougi. Serena is calling it the summer of Serena.
I mean, after the summer of Coco,
right?
Yeah, I mean, I can see the summer of Serena instead of summer of Coco.
She went blonde, a la like 2005. So she's blonde. She's ready to go. She was hitting with Alicia Parks.
Okay.
In leggings and a tank top. She looks super fit. Let's see. We're saying hard court summer. Should we say Wimbledon?
I said that the other day. I think she probably doesn't have her frame of time right now, but she's hoping for grass. I mean, for sure, because that would be a great suit for her. She's got the experience to play on grass. That's all you need on grass. You need a game for grass, but even more than that, you need experience to play on grass.
Yeah, you're right.
You can have the best game in the world, but if you've never played on it, you're not going to win at first.
Yeah, I think obviously it's not going to be the French. I would be shocked.
No.
Any clay.
No clay at all. Forever. No clay forever. For Serena, please don't do it.
I where I hesitate is with her knees and, the mobility and coming back.
Yeah.
Is grass the best place to start on?
Hey, if she feels very good, I think so,
Yeah.
because she's gonna have an advantage for sure.
I think she'll only know.
All these girls can play great on hard courts for sure. Even clay quarter girls, they hit flat, they move well, so that could level the playing field a little bit. So, but if she plays on grass, she has the advantage over so many girls. Somebody
Yeah.
like Andreeva for sure. Andreeva doesn't have experience on grass, so Serena can even beat her. And on hard courts,
That's a big statement, Ougi.
Serena plays as she can play, and she moves well. She can beat anybody on any given day.
Okay. All
And
right. You're throwing it down for grass.
yeah.
Okay. So my other thing is Martina Navratilova did come back to Wimbledon in her,
See?
I think she 49 or 50, and she played on grass.
Yeah, but she was the queen of grass though. But
Yeah, she was the queen of grass.
Just to be
Serena's
fair.
won enough Wimbledons too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I mean, we're not setting a bet yet, but maybe in May we'll set a bet, or maybe April, which is coming up since it's already March.
And maybe she'll tell us even before.
I know, right?
But-
well, she's
but-
definitely telling us summer of Serena. In the summer, it will be all Serena.
We love it. I mean, I love it. I can't wait for her to come back, and that's gonna be a treat for sure.
Well, she's timing it right because she has a new show out.
Really?
And yeah, it's called The CEO Club, and it's on Amazon Prime, and it's a docu-series, and it premiered in February, and it highlights some ladies and their business journeys, support systems, and their competitive approach, and shows their projects. So she's part of a group of women on that show. Yeah,
Cool.
you got to go check it out, Ougi.
What's her project? Does she
Her
have any?
entrepreneurial projects.
Okay.
I mean, she has a lot of companies. She has like a makeup company. She supports women in business. Her and Alexis did a lot with track and field. I mean, I don't know all the details because I haven't done a deep dive, but
Yeah.
I know she has her podcast with Venus. I know she has a bunch of different businesses she has her hands in.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to see what the biggest athletes, where they put their extra money into, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
this showcases it. So I guess we'll have to watch the show to see.
I know. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's interesting. So yeah, we'll see that, and can't wait for her to come around and watch her play.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be
Okay,
interesting.
so give me one more match you're looking forward to, and then we'll do the balls in Ougi's court.
For women, that's all I wrote.
That's all you wrote?
Yeah, that's all I wrote.
Okay. All right.
The rest-
so
The rest was like players that have to play first, and then they play a seed or something.
Yeah, and then they play a seed.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are you looking at to do well, like fourth round, make a little splash? Are you gonna pick anybody?
Well, for the women, for me, for sure, Rebecca is going to be on my watch because I can really see the conditions fitting her because of her big serve. If it's
I
thin
would
air,
say there.
the serve's going to just pop in there. She's just going to, she's going to roll over some people there. So
Yeah, I would think Rybakina. My picks would be Rybakina, Anna Samova, obviously Sabalenka. Iga Swiatek likes Indian Wells too. So
yeah, you're right.
But let's see how Andreeva does. She had her crying tears when she lost to Anna Samova. Let's see how she bounces back. She's going in as the champion from last year, so it's always good vibes and feelings. Let's see how she shows up in the beginning rounds.
Yeah, yes and no for me, because if yes, of course, because she's had success, but that puts extra pressure on her because she has all those points to defend, and if she's fragile like she was in Australia, she can break down a little bit mentally, emotionally. I don't know her draw, but that's gonna be tough.
Her
for
draw, if she's in the bottom part, she's
what does she has? Round of 16, and what does she have?
Yeah, who does she have? Let's take a look.
Round of
I
16 and
think,
quarters.
yeah, it's this will be an interesting year for Andreeva to pull it together again, and she would meet Fernandez.
Okay, that's easy.
She's a pretty. Oh, Svitolina could sneak in there.
Oof, that's tough.
Yes, Sakari and Swiatek. So she doesn't have an easy route.
Svitolina was eating her alive the other day. So
yeah, we got to talk about Svitolina. I didn't add her in, but she could make another run. Look how she did well over in the Middle East.
Exactly.
And Australia.
She's got La Monf with her, so she's on a roll. She's on a tear.
She is on a roll, and they do their little dancing things on Instagram. They're very cute.
That is so cool.
Okay, so the ball is in Ougi's court. Let's talk a little bit about the courts at Indian Wells, the sand, the desert air. Now the ball's on the men's side. How's that going to affect play, Ougi? And what do you think? How would you take your player going into this season at Indian Wells this year?
That's one of the Masters 1000 events that has always had like some weird names coming up. I mean, some weird winners or some weird like finalists, people sneaking in there because of the conditions. It's just, that's all there's to it. I mean, sometimes it's windy, sometimes there's no wind at all. I mean, the air is so thin that the balls are flying all over the place and the balls are heavy. So that's a weird combination. So, it's and the court is so slow, right? You were saying because you played on it. So slow.
Yeah, so I played on it when it was at the Grand Hyatt in the beginning, when it was not slow, and then I played on it when it got slower. And I remember I had a marathon match against Amanda Kutzer.
Oh,
it was like I lost it in like it was like forever. It was round of 16 there. She was like, the worst person to play on those courts, and it was hot. But then before, I also beat Dementieva, and that was like a weird 6-1, 1-6, 6-1, or 6-0.
Wow. Yeah.
It was like the most bizarre score on center court. And you're right, the conditions. If it's windy, if it's hot, it could be freezing. There could be a dust storm now.
Seriously,
there could
bees.
Be bees.
Remember the bees were
right?
So many different things going on in there.
So you really have to play the conditions when you come in. And now we didn't really think about the balls because they were good balls. They were it's just the pen balls worked.
What was it back then? You play with pen?
It was the pen. I think they had pen.
It's the regular pen.
Yeah, the regular pen, the pro pen ones. But now you have to consider the balls and what you're going to string. I mean, you always figure what you're going to string your racket at, but especially day by day with the tension and the balls and even the tension within the match. Like if the ball's getting so fluffy, do you take a lower tension racket after the 7th game? Right?
Yeah.
Probably because when I watched Fritz play, Mike Russell was in the box. And I was like mostly watching Mike Russell to see because he never gives a reaction except like, come on. Come on. But he's like a rock, right? For the guy in the box, for Fritz.
I know.
But he was telling them like, do you want another racket strung? Why don't you switch your racket? And Fritz was like just ignoring him and didn't switch it. But I feel like that's part of the strategy now with the players and the ball issue.
I think so. You're totally right. So
switching rackets more.
Yeah, I would do that because it's a good combination not to have fresh strings with those fluffy balls because you want it to go somewhere. If it's tighter, you're not going to hit as deep.
Yeah, so like the rule of thumb, when you get fresh balls, you switch your strings to fresh strings, right? Unless you're superstitious and you like really like this racket and you're playing really well. Then for me, it was always hard at times to switch, but I also had gut. So like I would switch like after the 2nd set sometimes. But if it was really hot, I would switch on 7 and 9 ball change. But with the new Luxlon strings and the different versions, it'd be interesting to see what the switch patterns are. I
mean with the RPM Blast, Luxilon, I don't think you have to switch as much because it's just a rock. So
I know,
it gives you so much power that if you switch because you're just going to stay, and it has lifespan of not that many hours, so you do have to change, of course, after a couple hours, then
It gets
it's gonna
dead.
it's gonna it's gonna get looser. It's gonna be deader. But yeah, it has a lifespan of about 10 hours of having, because you can hear the snap back when you hit, when you this, let's say this is my racket. So when you go forehand, so the strings on this side, the mains, they go down, they go like a smile, and then they snap back, and that's what gives you the pop and the
The
spin when you
extra
hit.
pop.
So I'm sure a lot of people don't know that, but now they do.
Now they do,
so
Oogie.
so
That was a
because of the
good one.
smile, they just that snapback, and you hear it. I'm sponsored by Babolat, so the RPM blast is when I hit it, it's so crisp I can hear squeak, squeak. So and then after 5 or 6 hours, then I hear more boom, boom. So
Yeah.
it doesn't squeak anymore. So that means take it off, have a new one. It's that quick. So of course I don't do it
Yeah.
because I don't want
Well,
to
of
waste
course.
strings just
But
like
you're
that.
also not playing for money
Yeah,
right now
I
yet.
teach a lot, so I
You're
can teach with
teaching.
I can
Yeah.
teach with dead strings. That's no problem. But it's probably 5 hours or
Yeah. So if it's 5 hours, then you think the guys who are playing so big, after about 45 minutes to an hour, with those fluffy balls, they could need to change,
oh for sure because they
right?
hit much harder than me, and and they have more rallies and it's more vigorous. So yeah, they have to switch because if it goes down just 1 pound or 1.5 pounds, it's enough for him to maybe miss by a foot or 2 feet.
Yeah.
And with new balls, you don't want that because you want the same feeling. So your string is getting looser, the balls are getting deader. So new balls, whoops, I have new strings because I need it tighter to match the level of the balls. That's a
Yeah. I
little
like
bit of
that. So
science for the ATP
it's
tour.
good science from Oogie. Okay. So when you're watching Indian Wells, check out the changeovers and see who's switching their rackets and what time they are. And then
Yeah,
I'll make some notes and we can discuss it next weekend and see, like, okay, they're switching, or okay, usually the women, they don't switch that much.
you're
Um,
right. Yeah,
it's
they love to
it's
keep it
very
more.
interesting. Yeah, they keep
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the same racket. So
yeah,
it's a little thing, instead of watching the whole match, like watch the sidelines and see what's going on with the equipment.
yeah. I think it's because they hit flatter. They don't feel and need them as much as because when you spin the ball, then
Yeah,
that feeling, and it has to be
you need
precise,
more of
has
it.
to be more precise. But if you hit flat, close to the net, it's not going to make that big of a difference if it's half a pound or a pound less and
Yeah.
more because you hit flat close to the net. So I think that's why.
Exactly. That could be why. Okay, some newsy notes, Oogie. Craig Tiley, it is official. He is the CEO of the US Open. So
Nice.
how's that going to change the landscape of, well, tennis, first of all, because Australia now is missing him.
Oh yeah.
Who's Australia going to put in? And how's that going to change the
Yeah.
USTA, the US Open, US tennis? I mean, it could be like a whole golden age the next couple of years with him as
Yeah.
our new CEO of the US
That's true.
Open.
That's what you're feeling, right? I mean, you like this guy, so
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
like him. Look, Serena likes him. All the players like him.
Mm,
And it's
it's a good
even
sign.
more interesting that Serena's going to come back this summer, and now he's the CEO of the US Open. I
You're
mean,
right.
we could be calling it Serena Open, Serena Slam of the US Open again.
For
Like,
sure.
it's going to be a big splash.
For sure, she's getting a wild card for the U.S. Open.
Well, I think she's going to get a wild card wherever she wants.
You're right. For sure.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be, let's see what he comes up with. Obviously, it's early days, but that's a big, bold move.
Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, can't wait to see his moves, his thoughts, what's he going to implement, and the rest. Let's see where he goes.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So I've got another interesting thing. Memphis, which I love their indoor tournament. They used to have a women's indoor. Now it's just
Oh,
the
yeah,
men.
you
I
did
got to
so
the
well.
finals of Memphis
I
there. Lost
know.
to Lisa. Could have won if we had a shot spot replay, because I did win the tiebreaker, but it's okay. I'm still not
Jeez.
upset. Okay, anyway. So they're bringing a Memphis Classic in the summer, and it's going to run July 25th through August 2nd at the Leftwich Tennis Center. So I'm very happy that women's tennis is back in Memphis. It's a great town to play tennis in. The fans are so supportive, and they really love tennis.
That's pretty cool. Hey, do we know what level of, is it 250?
It's a WTA Tour one. They didn't say if it's a two. I'm assuming it's. Yeah. Wait, it is a 250.
Okay.
Yes, it's a
That's
250. Good. So small event, but good. It's nice. We need tennis in America, Ougi.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the summer. A lot of the summer tournaments went to China and in the fall, and they changed up our schedules. So that's one thing I'm looking towards Craig Tiley possibly bringing back more tournaments through the run of the U.S. Open.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, some tournaments, all those big cities in the East, because, of course, at this time, it's more in the West. Even in summer, you got Stanford, some events over there. But yeah, let's get back to, East Coast.
Let's get it back to America.
East Coast there. Come on now. Let's go.
How about West Coast and East Coast? Bring back the California swing. We miss it, right?
I know.
Let's get it together, guys. After Wimbledon, everything goes to California, and then you go east, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, tennis is so big right now. We need tennis in America. We're losing too many tournaments every year, and it's nice to have Memphis back.
You're right.
One more newsy note, but this is not about tennis. It's about the ACTA Awards that got rebranded. Ooh. Remember I told you the SAG Awards were coming up? Okay, well, now they're called the Actors because everybody needs a rebranding, Ougi.
That's it. That's why.
So Kristen Bell hosted it, and she did a little song and dance. She's really good.
She is.
The biggest winner of the night was Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. Sinners won Best Picture and Best Actor. So look out for him for the Oscars. A lot of other cool things won, like TV shows. They did everything. And they did a really great tribute to Harrison Ford. He got the Lifetime Actor Achievement Award.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
was he there? Cool. Was he there to pick up his trophy?
Yeah. So Woody Harrelson did his speech for him. Like he was the intro guy, and he was funny. He was like telling jokes, and they weren't really going well. And he's like, "Oh, tough crowd. Like you guys are tough." So
you can't bash Harrison Ford, man.
Right?
It's like
we're booing you. Woody Harrelson and Harrison Ford were buddies. Like that, I thought that was super cool.
That's pretty cool because
and lunch together.
Have they played in a movie together? Maybe not really. Huh? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but they're buddies, and he did the opener. I was like, what is Woody Harrelson doing here? And then he did his whole speech. I'm like, oh, you guys are actually good friends. So
for sure.
You learned something new, right? So that was on Netflix. That was fun to watch. I finished Bridgerton, the latest Bridgerton. I know you're not interested in it.
Okay, so how does it end?
Good.
Somebody died?
Benedict Bridgerton found his love.
Wow, finally.
Yes. So
okay, that's good.
Through to Benedict. Now we're next storyline, I think, is Eloise. There's 8 Bridgerton children, Ougi. Yeah, so we're on number 5. Yeah, we just finished 4.
So there's 3 more.
Yes. There is Eloise.
3 more seasons.
Francesca got married. Oh, so there's Eloise. So it's not Francesca. Francesca lost her husband this season. It was really sad. Okay, so after that, there's Hyacinth. No, Gregory and Hyacinth.
Okay.
So we got 3 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. Maybe Francesca again. Yeah, anyway. You don't watch it, so.
Exactly. I mean, I have to. Yeah, I'm doing something else. Whenever Anika's watching that. Okay, I'm going somewhere. I'm doing this.
Yeah, Anika's definitely watching it. Okay, so you ready for the quote of the podcast, Ougi?
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay. I know you're going to get this one.
Okay.
He recently went skiing for the first time. I'll give you a hint. Don't guess yet.
Nadal.
You weren't supposed to guess yet. Okay, I'll give you the quote anyway.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yes, you said it out loud. It's okay. All right. You work mentally when you go to the court every day. You don't complain when you play bad, when you have problems, when you have pains. You put the right attitude, the right face. You go on court every day with the passion to keep practicing. That's the mental work. No?
That's it. Real nice and simple.
Right? That is the mental work.
Yeah. That's it. That's
everybody overthinks it. You go to the court.
Yeah.
You put in the work.
Keep that simple.
You play bad. You move on. You go adjust, you play great, you
Yeah.
move on, you adjust, and that's where you get mentally tough, is on the court mostly. And if you can't handle the court, how are you going to be mentally tough in tournaments if you
That's so
can't
true.
handle the practice court,
That's so
right?
true. That's so true.
I mean, spoken from a legend who just went skiing.
Hey, that's so funny. You went skiing
Yeah.
in Italy? No?
I don't know where he was. I think he was in Italy.
Probably went to
Djokovic
Italy.
was at the Olympics and Nadal was skiing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So Djokovic looked like he had fun in Cortina. Yeah.
That was excellent.
Let's see. Does it say where he was skiing before we get off? Oh, no, he was in Spain, in
Really?
Bacaria Beret Resort in Spain.
Wow. He skied in Spain. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, there's mountains. There's mountains,
Yeah.
there's mountains in
In
Spain.
the Spanish Pyrenees.
Oh, yeah. Les Pyrénées,
That's cool.
close to France.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
where he went. Of
Makes
course he
sense.
went to Spain. Why not?
Yeah, no doubt. It's
Yeah.
like, look at me. I'm Rafa.
I know.
Everybody
All right,
recognizes
well, this has been fun. Intro to Indian Wells. We'll catch up next week. And
Oh, yeah.
you got to hear about my plane experience. I was on connecting flights, and both planes
What
did
happened
not
there?
work, and we got delayed. And in the end, my player got pulled out of the tournament because she couldn't sign in person, which is
No.
never heard of because of mechanical issues. It was terrible. These people in Mobile, I think their names are the Novaks. I've never met them. They run this thing called the Brewer Cup. They had no empathy for a 13-year-old, and they have this rule that you have to be in person to sign in.
Wow.
And I didn't know it was a rule, like no way around it. And the tournament started on the Saturday, not the Friday. And on the WTA and ITF, if you have issues with travel, you can sign in on the phone and get there. It's 2026.
They allow you to do that for sure.
I mean, look, we have a war in the Middle East with issues. How are you going to get out?
Yeah.
They would not budge. So
Wow.
my poor player got pulled out of the tournament. So it was so sad, Ougi.
Junior tennis. Come on now. Let's
Yeah,
just try to facilitate what's going on, please.
Not even the president of the USTA could help me, and I called him.
You call Craig?
No.
Okay.
He's the CEO. Brian Behaley is the sitting president right now. And I was like, can you help me? And he tried to call the junior committee, but it was too late. And apparently in USTA rules, because you run tournaments, they have autonomy when it gets close.
Yeah.
And they can say yes or no. And I couldn't believe that they said no.
It's too bad. Jeez.
And also 8 of the coaches were on our plane and also delayed.
Wow.
So anyway, that was why I got back
Some transportation and there's some stuff going on in the world right now for tennis.
Yeah. So everybody should be kinder to people traveling.
No doubt. Exactly. Some like Medvedev and Rublev in the Middle East and you in California.
So let's see if Medvedev and Rublev get back. Hopefully they get out of Dubai. Hopefully Hugues Laverdiere gets out of Dubai, and all the ATP staff, they get out. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hopefully they get out and like within 2 or 3 days max. Not like within 2 or 3 weeks. That'd be sad. That
would not be good. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for them. This has been Serving Aces. We will look into the second week of Indian Wells next week. Looking forward to watching some fun matches. Thanks, Ougi, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.